At its peak, Napster accounted for over 60% of all internet traffic at some American universities. It was a digital tidal wave, sweeping through campuses and dorm rooms, connecting students in a way the world had never seen before. Students everywhere were using their new high-speed connections to download music, more than for anything else. For many, it was their first taste of instant access to a universe of songs, all just a click away, and it felt like magic. Napster, created by a couple of college kids, brought the multi-billion-dollar music industry to its knees. What started as a side project in a dorm room quickly exploded into a global phenomenon, shaking the foundations of the music business. Suddenly, 80 million users had access to nearly every song ever recorded, for free. The world's music collection was now at everyone's fingertips, and the rules of ownership were being rewritten in real time. The music felt like it belonged to everyone. Friends shared playlists, discovered new artists, and bonded over tracks they never would have found otherwise. It was a golden age for music lovers. But while fans celebrated, artists and record labels saw their work being given away, their sales plummeting. The industry was in shock, struggling to understand how to respond to this new reality. Napster wasn't a library to them, it was a heist. To the people who made and sold music, it felt like their livelihoods were being stolen in broad daylight. The battle lines were drawn, fans who believed music should be free versus an industry built on selling it. The debate grew louder, spilling from college campuses to courtrooms and the media. This wasn't just about a few songs. It was a fight that would change how we listen to music forever. The revolution had begun, and there was no turning back. Napster, launched in 1999 by Sean Fanning and Sean Parker, was a peer-to-peer network that would forever change the way people experienced music. It made finding and sharing music effortless, opening up a world of songs to anyone with an internet connection and a bit of curiosity. Instead of storing music itself, Napster connected users directly, turning everyone into both a DJ and a record store. Suddenly, your favorite tracks were just a few clicks away, no matter where you lived. You'd search for a song, and Napster would find it on someone else's computer. Then you'd download it, free. The thrill of discovering rare tracks or entire albums was unlike anything before. The timing was perfect. Home computers and internet speeds were just good enough, and MP3s made music files small and shareable. Suddenly, music wasn't tied to physical CDs or tapes anymore. Napster created a global community, letting users chat, discover new artists, and feel part of something huge. It was more than just downloading. It was about connecting with others who loved music as much as you did. But it bypassed the entire system that paid artists and labels. The traditional music industry suddenly found itself on shaky ground. Before Napster, you bought an album. Now you just downloaded the song. The creators got nothing, and the old business model was crumbling fast. Napster's idea that music belonged to the world was thrilling for fans, but terrifying for the industry. It was a cultural earthquake, shaking the foundations of how music was valued and shared. The stage was set for a showdown. The battle lines were drawn between innovation and tradition, freedom and control. The old rules no longer applied, and the music world would never be the same again. The first major backlash against Napster came from none other than Metallica, one of the world's biggest rock bands and a symbol of the music industry's power. The band was shocked to discover their unreleased music spreading like wildfire across Napster's network, reaching millions before it ever hit store shelves. Furious and feeling betrayed, Metallica filed a lawsuit against Napster, demanding not only the removal of their songs, but also the banning of hundreds of thousands of users who had shared their music. Soon, Dr. Dre and the Recording Industry Association of America joined the legal assault, turning the fight into a full-blown industry war against digital piracy. But the backlash was swift. Fans turned on Metallica, accusing them of selling out and betraying the spirit of rock. Meanwhile, artists like Limp Bizkit and The Offspring saw Napster as a revolutionary way to reach new listeners and build their fan base. Even Radiohead's album leaked on Napster, but instead of hurting sales, it debuted at #1, showing that the new digital landscape could sometimes help artists. The debate raged on everywhere, from classrooms to living rooms. Was Napster a tool for theft, robbing artists of their hard-earned money, or was it a powerful new form of promotion? For some, Napster opened up a world of music discovery, letting them find new bands and genres they'd never heard before. For others, it was nothing short of stealing. The music world was deeply divided, and the courts were now tasked with deciding the fate of digital music sharing. The stakes had never been higher, with the future of the entire industry hanging in the balance. The future of music itself was now on trial, and no one knew how it would end. Napster argued it was just a technology provider, not responsible for what users shared. The music industry countered that Napster's entire business was built on copyright infringement. Judge Marilyn Hall Patel agreed with the industry. In 2001, she ordered Napster to block all copyrighted music, a task it couldn't possibly manage. Napster shut down almost overnight. The world's biggest music library vanished, leaving millions stunned. Napster tried to go legit, but it was too late. Legal fees and settlements buried the company. By 2002, Napster was bankrupt and gone. The industry had won the battle, but the war over digital music was just beginning. The genie was out of the bottle. Napster's shutdown didn't stop piracy, it multiplied it. New services like Kazaa and LimeWire sprang up, harder to control and even more widespread. The RIAA tried to fight back, but technology kept moving faster. The real solution came from within. Apple's iTunes store launched in 2001, selling songs for 99 cents. People proved they'd pay for music if it was easy and affordable. Streaming services like Spotify took it further, offering access to millions of songs for a monthly fee. The music industry finally adapted, building a new digital economy. Napster forced a revolution, pushing music into the digital age. Today, every time you stream a song, you're living in Napster's legacy. The revolution never really ended, it just changed its tune.